armchair.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
You can't drink like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it. The fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing, Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won Baseball World Championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry.
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lam-a ding-dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone.
Swung line drive left field. 1 run is in. Here comes Green. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to first. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Here's a list of the players we'll be inviting to camp.
I never heard of half of these guys. And the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off, then.
The local press seems to think we'd save everyone a lot of time and
in trouble if we just went out and shot ourselves.
We got uniforms and everything.
You know, you might think about taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this stuff.
I like him very much. He no help with curveball.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
But I'll tell you, these fans are great. Listen to them. Hey, way to go, Rick. All of Ohio loves you. Come on, baby. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
The game doesn't stink. It's a great game.
You know, one of the best things about being an ex-big leaguer is getting freebies to the game. Call the front office, bingo. And once these fans recognize me, I probably won't even have to pay for my light beer. Down it! I love them. Good seats, huh? You're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on. Oh, I must be in the front row. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball! Good seats, hey, buddy. He missed the tag! He missed the tag!
Well, the season's finally here, and the players hit the field.
Hey, howdy, hi, Braves Country Radio. The Armchair Quarterbacks are back for the Monday edition beginning September 29th. We'll be reacting to the world of football from the weekend and getting you set for the week ahead. We'll also be talking Major League Baseball all October long, switching gears to the MLB free agent trade hot stove season that begins when the World Series comes to its conclusion. It's the Armchair Quarterback Radio Show, Monday mornings, 9 a.m., right here on Braves Country Radio.
The armchair quarterback, he's full of beer and he's full of snacks. The all-American man with a cool one in his head. The wife.
Armchair.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Welcome to October, boys and girls, here on Braves Country Radio. You're listening live as we march closer to crowning a champion for 2025. I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside and get ready for what should be a great day in Major League Baseball. We'll go over the lineups as the game goes on. Make sure to like and subscribe and become a member today. Jump in the chat. Tell us where you hail from, as roll call is on the way. Buckle up, boys and girls. It's time for pitch by pitch, play by play, the classic call of Major League Baseball.
Get this bus moving.
Stop.
Come back.
Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
afternoon, folks. I know everyone's going to be a little kind of late stumbling in here for this, but welcome to Tigers and Guardians. Man, it's always hard for me to not call them the Indians or the Tribe. But anyways, we've got emojis for you for country club members. You can join in, and if you're a Tiger fan or you're pulling for the Guardians, whatever, we got emojis for your favorite team. And we are just about set for pitch by pitch, play by play. See where we're at on roll call. Good to see you, Stephanie Houston. Good to see you, Jameson Taylor, Richard Talley, Justin Hightower, old Bubba ready to rock and roll. Who else do we have in here? Gotta be. Do not click on those bots. They are trying to get your info. Iron Lung, good to see you. Assuming John will be in here at some point. I think I already got Richard Talley. Be good to see you. Beautiful day here in Cleveland, by the way. Doesn't appear to be a cloud in the sky. We're just about set. We're going to take a really quick break. When we return, it's time for the AL Wild Card game number 1, Tigers, Cleveland. We'll be back in a flash. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
adventures in time and space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball. No more measles and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
You're in Braves country.
All right, how is everybody? Chris must be Chris is either a Tiger fan or he's trolling. So he's saying he thinks that they're going to blow the lead after getting a 5-run lead. We'll put this as we are just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play. First pitch on the way is swung on and lifted high into left field. Man, that was quick. Thought they were still doing the introductions. I do apologize. It's F7 in your scorecard. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here to start game number 1. Gavin Williams going back to work. Cleveland wearing their red jerseys and white pants. Second pitch, first pitch swing. Second batter, first pitch swinging. Banged on the ground is Meadows. Not Meadows, Torres, and 2 pitches, 2 outs. So Detroit already giving it bats away as we start this game. It's not what you want if you're a Tigers fan, that's for sure. It's like watching Ozzie Albies go back-to-back at bats. So here we go. The third pitch of the game is taken up high by Kerry Carpenter. I mean, he's got to take that pitch, right? It's 0-1. The 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Gavin Williams kicks and fires. Swing, chops it into right center field. That's down for a base hit. And the Tigers got something going here. Calm down, Justin. So 1 on, 1 out. As Carpenter grabbed a curveball and loops it into center field. The ball was kicked around. Now they got runners at second and 2 outs. Still only 4 pitches into this inning. Williams back to work. The first pitch on the way is inside. Misses. For a ball, it's 1-0. Looked like the sweeper. Spencer Storkelson standing in with 31 home runs, 78 RBI. The 1-0. Swung on and ripped, and that ball's into the outfield, down in left field. Here comes the throw as they wave the runner home. Cleveland's going to just toss it into the infield. Quan decided not to bring it home, and the Tigers have the early 1-0 lead.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
And Detroit is just swinging at every pitch. Can't even get my bearings on it. Normally, you have a chance to start talking about the game. They're swinging at every single pitch. If I'm Gavin Williams, I'm not even throwing one in the zone. First pitch on the way is 92 upstairs for a strike. To Riley Green. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. 98 upstairs. Chase one high and out of the zone. It's 0-2. So you can see they are chasing everything out of the zone. The 0-2. Swing just got a piece of it. Bangs it foul. Game 1 of a 3-game set. Tarek Skubal is on the bump for the Tigers today. He's got the early 1-run lead, and he has been tough on the Guardians all year long. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Chase the high heat out of the zone, but Detroit grabs the early lead, though they didn't use many pitches. We'll be back in a flash. Guardians see if they can knot it up. It's 1-0 Detroit.
Down a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Well, there you have it. The die is cast. The Mets are worse off now than they were when Will Palmer was their owner. Stevie Cohn, he is another false prophet, another letdown. Everything failed. The Mets, you can mark my words. Every time the Mets get a brother of a star, he's a bum. Acuna's brother, who I hear already demanding a trade, will never do anything for the Mets. This is Alex Ochoa. This is Fernando Martinez! 5-star players! 5-2 players! They're 5 suck players! They can't throw! They can't run! They can't hit! Who's gonna be left on this team next year? There's nobody! They're gonna be terrible! It's gonna take at least 10 years to make them competitive! This year is a disaster! Worst season ever! You suck! And now there's nothing left! Nothing! This is the most hopeless I've ever been about this team! The Mets are worse than the Oakland A's! The Oakland A's have more hope than the Mets!
Though it was a hitter's decade, one of the most admired players was a dominating screwball pitcher named Carl Hubble.
Well, I was always fascinated by Carl Hubble, Mr. High Pockets. He was a left-handed pitcher for the New York Giants, and his most famous pitch was the screwball. And he'd thrown so many of these things that his arm was literally deformed. And you could see it when he walked out to the pitcher's mound. His arm, the screwball is a reverse curve like that. And he'd thrown so many that the palm was almost out when he walked out. Curious. And I was so impressed by this pitcher that I used to walk around like that when I was about 9 years old. My mother used to say, "What is wrong with that arm of yours anyway?" They finally made me stop it. It looked as though I'd fallen out a window or something, and my parents hadn't had enough money to give me the right operation to get the thing twisted back right.
Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more. Tarek Skubal will go to the Bumpies. He had a 2.21 ERA this year, 32% strikeout rate, one of the best pitchers in all of baseball. Arguably the best southpaw. I think he and Garrett Crochet are probably neck and neck in that argument. Stephen Kwan will lead it off, the left-hander. First pitch on the way, 98 right there on the outer edge. It's 1. Skubal's over-under in the desert today was 7.5. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Upstairs, just misses high, 1-0. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way. Swing. Chopper over the mound. Grabbed by the shortstop, Baez. He'll flip it over to first. 6-3. 1 away. One down, and the first pitch on the way to Martinez is a sinker down inside for a ball, 1-0. Angel Martinez batting .224 on the year. Center fielder has 11 home runs on the year. Lefty-righty matchup. The 1-0 misses high, ball 2, 2-0. Two-0 count. Brings it, swing, pops it up, back behind home plate. 2-1. I'm telling you, there is not a cloud in the sky here. The 2-1 pitch called for a high strike, 2-2. Beautiful day for baseball, regardless what your screen shows in the background. It is clear blue skies. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the 100-mile-an-hour heater up around chin level. 2 down. Good pitch. Two up, 2 down, and that'll bring Jose Ramirez, who can tie this game with 1 swing. Joe Ram digs in, batting .283 this year. First pitch on the way, 93 miles an hour. Bangs it foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1, 91 outside wide. 1-1. Your home plate umpire today is Shane Livensparger, first base Adam Beck, David Rackley at second as the curveball is outside wide, 2-1. Third base umpire is Vic Carapazza, and down the left field line it's Stu Sherwater, right field line it's Carlos Torres. 2-1, swing and a miss. 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Infield back into the left. The pitch. Inside. Just misses. They wanted that call bad. Dingler was headed to the dugout. The backstop for Detroit. Payoff pitch once again. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the changeup off the plate, and that'll end the inning. Cleveland goes down 1-2-3. We'll be back in a flash. Detroit leads it 1-0.
Next question, gentlemen. What is the one thing the people on the other side of your street have more of than you do? Your wife said they have more grass than you do.
Grass.
I wouldn't bet on that.
It was a homeless woman, wasn't it?
It was a homeless woman, yeah. He said that he had to give his kidnappers $500, so he gave her his credit card to go get him $500 and whatever, because none of it turns out to...
You know what this sounds like to me? It sounds like Allensby got all liquored up and paid a homeless woman $500 to roll around under the bridge with him.
Now they got 2 guys coming out saying that they found him unconscious on the side of a road.
Turned out he wasn't in a wine bar; it was a strip club. So let's say what really happened here. We've all been there.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody's been under a bridge with a homeless woman giving her $500. I've been in similar instances, but I'm not going to say I've been there. First of all, it takes a lot less than $500, okay, buddy? It's where you got taken right there from the jump.
But, you know, I want to say one thing in all seriousness. I feel sorry for you people that don't drink. I mean it, because when you wake up in the morning, that's as good as you're going to feel all day.
Roberto Clemente learned his baseball in the cane fields of Puerto Rico, and for all of his major league career, he played spectacularly for a little publicized team, the Pittsburgh Pirates. He was a savage line drive hitter with a phenomenal throwing arm, proud of his Latin heritage, often plagued by injuries.
Roberto Clemente, he had a certain motion with his neck because he had a bad back. He said his back always hurt. He had a certain motion with his neck. And all of us imitated this motion that he had with his neck. So you see all these kids at school who are doing this because they picked this up from Clemente. You go to bat and you did this head motion. You swung the bat like Clemente.
And then for the Puerto Rican community, he was, their guy, a guy who really gave a lot back.
Gavin Williams goes back to work. 2.18 ERA over the second half for the season. Tigers were swinging early and often. We'll see if he changes his game plan as we begin the top of the second inning. Detroit leads at 1-0. He only threw 10 pitches in that first inning. The first one here in the second is a curveball just off the edge. 1-0. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 96 up top. 1-1. Believe his over-under was 5.5. I think that's what I saw. Wenzel Perez, or I like to call him Pencil Perez, batting .244 on the year, 13 home runs. The cutter right there smacks the black on the outer edge. 1-2. 1-2 count. Kicks and fires. Swing, lifts it high into center field. Fighting the sun is Martinez. He'll make the catch. One away. You do wonder if that may be an issue today, is that sun. I mean, it is high in the sky, and on what should be a pretty routine fly ball there, Martinez was fighting it bad. First pitch on the way is a 97-mile-an-hour sinker right there on the outer edge. Called for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 to Dingler right there. Good four-seamer. 98, 0-2. 0-2 count. Infield back into the left. Pitch on the way. Chops a foul, will do it again. Detroit 1, Cleveland nothing. 1 out here in the top of the second, just getting going. The 0-2 pitch. 97 just misses outside. Dylan Dingler, or as we like to call him here, Dirk Diggler, batting .278 on the year. Swing, chops it over towards short. Should be an easy 6-3. It is. 2 down. Two up, 2 down, and the first pitch on the way is a cutter inside to Zach McKinstry, batting .259. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Brains it. Drops a curveball. Man, that fell right off the table. Good pitch, 1-1. One count. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Infield once again back into the left. His 23rd offering of the afternoon. Swing! Fouls it down the line. 97 miles an hour. Up high. 1-2. You're just joining us. Detroit scored the only run of the game in the top of the first inning. They were swinging early and often as the 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Yak! Sit him down, Joe. My fingers is so. We will be back. Bottom of the second we go. Cleveland grabs the sticks when we return.
Have the people that say white people have no culture ever been to an SEC football game?
Players will often showboat in baseball, but Gates Brown took hot dogging to a whole nother level in 1968. On this particular day, Brown wasn't in the lineup, so he decided to get himself a couple of hot dogs. After he returned to the bench with hot dogs in hand, his manager Mayo Smith asked him to pinch hit. Not wanting to get caught with food, he stuffed both of the hot dogs into his shirt. Brown told the Sporting News in 1994 that this was the only time in his career he went up to the plate not wanting to get a hit. Exactly the opposite happened, and he would drive a ball into the gap. He raced around first and headed to second, where he would have to slide head first to avoid getting thrown out. What resulted had both benches and the players on the field laughing hysterically. Poor Gates Brown was covered in squash meat and mustard, and he was also red with embarrassment. He was later fined $100. In response, he stated, "Where else can you eat a hot dog and have the best seat in the house?"
Why would I need to hit on another woman? You've got more than enough personalities to keep me completely occupied.
Just give me all the bacon and eggs you have. Wait. I worry what you just heard was, give me a lot of bacon and eggs. What I said was, give me all the bacon and eggs you have.
Brett's heroics were for naught, and the Royals would ultimately drop the series in 4 games.
And Keith, it's happening all over again. Kansas City has lost to the Yankees 3 years in a row.
I suspect bitterly disappointed.
We lost to the Yankees in 76, 77, 78. I've never gotten over that. I don't like them. I told Dayton Moore a few years ago, we weren't very good. I said, I hope we go 6 and 156 this year. Beat the Yankees 6 times and lose every other game.
It says right here in this account, we have $401,000.
Jackpot.
You missed it.
Nope. That says you have a 401k account.
Welcome back, Cleveland Guardians. Once again, we got all the emojis for you in this series. So if you're Cleveland, pulling for Cleveland, if you're pulling for Detroit, whether you're a fan of them or not, we do have the Cleveland and Detroit emojis in the chat tonight. We've got Red Sox and Yankees, and we'll have those emojis as well. First pitch swinging by Rodriguez. He'll bang it on the ground over to second. It's going to be an easy 4-3 put out. 1 away. You got to figure the main thing Cleveland wants to do is try to get Skubal out of the game. Though you normally can't do it by him being inaccurate and getting banged around, you do want to try to run the pitch count up. So bad job there by Rodriguez swinging at the first thing he sees. First pitch on the way to Manzardo, the designated hitter, batting .234 on the year. It's right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1, four-seam fastball, misses high, 1-1. 1-1 count. Brings it. Swing! That ball's rocked into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Cutting it off is Perez. Juggles it for a second. The throw comes into the infield, and Manzardo will slam on the brakes. But here we go. Cleveland getting something going here. So now putting the runner at first, Scoob will have to work out of the stretch for the first time. He fires a missile up there, misses high to Gabriel Arias. It's 1-0. The 1-0, swung on, chopped over to short, and that's going to end the inning. 6-4-3, Arias spits the bit, and Tarek Skubal rocking and rolling here on a Game 1 Tuesday afternoon edition. We'll be back in a flash.
Steak and donut sandwich, please. You want cigarettes on that sandwich? Oh, I look like a Mary? Yes, I want cigarettes.
I tell you what, we had another sorry practice today. These guys, I don't know if we're going to be able to beat anybody this year. Quarterbacks, they can't hit the broadside of a barn right now. I don't know if we could hit that indoor facility right there. Receivers, they couldn't catch a cold if it was the middle of February, dropping everything. Defensive backs, gosh, I wonder why they got grass stains all over their jerseys. They fall about every play. About 2 or 3 of them are falling. And our kickers, gee. It's like the Army, left, right. They're kicking it all over the place. I don't know if we can beat anybody this year. Guys, and leadership? No, we don't have any leaders out here. Guys are soft. They just can't. I don't know. Maybe I ought to give them a week off and start over and see if we can regroup and find some real tough guys out here.
And is it correct you just started identifying as female 2 weeks ago?
I'm not here to talk about my transition. Let me tell you something. I am the strongest woman this state has ever seen.
Any words for the challenger?
Good luck, Heather.
Luck is for dudes.
Armchair.
In the 1934 All-Star Game, Hubble astonished the baseball world by striking out in succession Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Jimmy Fox, Al Simmons, and Joe Cronin.
I saw so many great pitchers, and maybe it's because of an early impression, but of all the pitchers I saw, thinking in terms of their control of themselves, as well as their ability to throw the ball, to manipulate the pitch. I would say, let's put it this way, if I had a ball game to be pitched and my life hung on the balance, I'd want Carl Hubble to pitch it.
Welcome back. One to nothing your score. Detroit leads it. First pitch on the way is a sweeper right there off the edge. Called for a strike. It's a 1. The 0-1. Williams turns, kicks and fires, swing, chops it down through the hole underneath the diving glove of Rocchio. Cleveland had the overshift on and taking advantage with the leadoff single. Detroit Tigers got things cooking here in the top of the third. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Up top. Called for a high strike to Parker Meadows as the lineup flips over. It's 1-0. Baez stands at first. Or 0-1, excuse me. The 0-1. Right there, 97. Just misses the outer edge. Whatever. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing. Fouls it away. 1-2. The 1-2. Just misses outside. 2-2. 2-2 count. Righty-lefty matchup. The pitch on the way. Just misses outside wide again. Ball 3-2. So Williams in danger of walking the leadoff hitter for the Detroit Tigers, which would put a man in scoring position as well. The payoff pitch. Oh, come on. That's strike 3. Williams is given the what for the home plate umpire, Livensbarger. I'm a little surprised he's a home plate umpire in game 1 of a playoff series. But he missed that one, that's for sure. 2 on, nobody out. First pitch on the way. Right there at, oh, come on. This guy's on the take. It's 1-0. Are you kidding me? The 1-0 to Torres. Inside, 2-0. 2-0 count. Williams asks for a new ball. Youngster getting frustrated with the poor calls behind home plate, but he's got to get it together. The 2-0, check swing. Did he go around? He did. 2-1, sweeper at the knees. The 2-1, misses high, ball 3-1. The 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss, sweeper up top, full count. Full count. Pitch on the way. Swing, rips it over to short. It's going to be a 6, 4, 3 double play. Runner at second heads down to third, but a big double play there for the Guardians. And Detroit will try now to get a base hit to get that runner home or some kind of an error. Hard hit ball, but it was right into the teeth of the defense. Good play over there by Arias to throw a perfect strike to second base, and it was an easy double play for Rocchio. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss strike up top to Kerry Carpenter. It's 0-1. Carpenter was one of the guys early swinging. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Came around to score a run. You're just joining us. Tigers started the game swinging at the first pitch on the first 2 batters. Carpenter had to take the third pitch of the game and then got a base hit on the 4th. The 0-1 down and in. Cutter, did he go around? They checked down the third base side. He did. 0-2. Third base umpire Vic Carapazza said he went around, took another look at it. That's an iffy call. The 0-2, swing, just got a piece of it, rolls it foul. Do it again. So an 0-2 count, the Cleveland fans coming to their feet, trying to root Gavin Williams on. We're here in the third inning, He's only at 41 pitches, but this has been his longest inning by far. Runner at third, 2 outs. The infield back into the right. Righty-lefty. Williams looks in. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Swing! Just got a piece of that. Just got a piece of it. The 0-2 misses high and out of the zone. 1-2. Same 2 teams tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Then, of course, Game 3 is up in the air. They haven't announced any of the times for Game 3. They're playing it off of how the other series goes. The 1-2 just misses upstairs. Cutter. And Gavin Williams is wearing his emotions on his chest. Stephen Vogt, the manager, is looking out there. He's starting to get a little boisterous as well. I mean, he's got to be saying at this point, where is the strike zone? Because you're not giving me the outside, you're not giving me down, now you're not giving me up. The 2-2, swing pops it up, will stay in play. Giving chase over there is Noel, the first baseman, by the first base dugout. It'll bounce into the crowd, 2-2. 2-2 count. Pitch on the way, curveball. That misses. Now we got a full count. Tigers 1, Cleveland nothing. The payoff pitch. Gavin brings it. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got out of that jam. We'll be back at a flag.
I wouldn't even be here. I could be in another country this afternoon if I wanted to. I got friends who can create false passports.
All right, I apologize for my client, Your Honor.
Apologize for your client. Don't apologize for me. I didn't rob no bank, okay? I don't want everyone in here thinking I'm some kind of bank robber, okay? I don't need the money. I'm a drug dealer.
They had played 9 years together, and Big Papi never knew Dustin Pedroia's name.
He called me Pee-wee.
Catcher comes over to me and goes, "Hey, what's up, Dustin?" I go, "Hey, what's up, man?" David walks over and goes, "What'd he call you?" And I go, "What?" He goes, "What'd he call you?" I said, "Dustin." He goes, "Well, why'd he call you that?" I go, "That's my name." He goes, "Oh, is that right?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro. I played 1,600 games with you. They've actually said it 5,000 times. Now batting, number 15, Dustin Pedroia." And he goes, "I thought it was Pee-wee." And I'm looking at him, I'm like, "You thought my parents would name me Pee-wee?"
Armchair.
After the 1934 season, Babe Ruth toured Japan with an all-star team. 500,000 fans turned out in Tokyo to cheer the mythic hero they called Babu Rusu. Babe's big bulk, reported the New York Times, today blotted out such unimportant things as international squabbles over oil and navies. "We like to believe," said the Sporting News, "that countries having a common interest in a great sport would rather fight it out on the diamond than on the battlefield." The Americans won 17 of 18 games. Ruth hit 13 home runs. But in one game, a high school boy named E.G. Sawamura struck out Ruth, Charlie Gehringer, Lou Gehrig, and Jimmy Fox before the Americans managed to get a single winning run. Sawamura became a national hero, and the tour sparked the formation of the first Japanese professional league.
What's for dinner? Hey, Chef, what's for dinner?
What's everybody having for lunch? Having a little cold pizza myself. First pitch on the way from Tarek Skubal. He swung on and fouled back to get the bottom of the third inning started. Rocchio. It's 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup. The 0-1 swing and a miss. 0-2. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chased the 99-mile-an-hour fastball up and out of the zone. Went away. Tarek Skubal, 3 strikeouts so far. It's actually surprising. It feels like he struck out just about everybody. Cleveland with just 1 hit on the day. Detroit with 3. Detroit with the most important number, the 1 run. Williams, by the way, if you keep track, he's at 3 strikeouts through 3 innings. First pitch on the way, 100 up top, 4-seam fastball. It's 0-1. Later on today, early game, 6:08 first pitch. We are going to bring you, as the 0-1 misses high 1. We're going to bring you Red Sox Yankees from the Bronx. Max Fried versus Garrett Crochet. The 1-1 swing and a miss, 1-2. That should be a very, very Good matchup. 1-2 count. Lefty-righty matchup. Noel digs in. The pitch on the way from Skubal. Swing and a miss strike. Just got a piece of it. Good high heat. By the way, he's only at 27 pitches. They're not doing a good job there for Cleveland trying to run up that pitch count. 1-2. Fouls it back. We'll do it again. I think the pitch count is off on that. It keeps moving up and down. I'm showing now 28. Now they've got it right. The 1-2 count. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chase one off the edge. 2 down. Nonetheless, you want to be around the 45 pitch mark or under if you're Skubal at the end of the 3rd inning. He's essentially has 15 pitches to get to that. If they don't make him work here, you could be looking at a complete game shutty for Skubal in game number 1. First pitch on the way is a slider down and away. It's 1. Tigers with the mighty slide heading into the postseason, but they got there, and now they're just looking to win this series. The 1-0 off the plate, working quickly. 1. Austin Hedges, his first at bat of the game. He's the number 9 hitter for the Tribe. The 2-0. 99 misses outside wide, ball 3-3. Your Hedges, you've got to take this pitch. You cannot be swinging at this pitch. Whatever you do, you got to make him work. The wind, by the way, is starting to whip out towards left, and that pitch is outside wide, ball 4, and Cleveland's got something going on. So it's a 2-out walk. We'll see if they can do anything with it. Couldn't find any decent chant of Go Guardians or Go Tribe or anything like that. So we went with the OHIO because it's the only thing we could find in the Cleveland games. And as far as we went looking yesterday to see if there's anything saying Go Cleveland at like a Cavs games, their crowd sucks. They don't do anything. So we went with the OHIO. The 1-0, lefty-lefty matchup. Swing lifts it into left field. That'll be an easy fly out. Making the catch is Riley Green, and that'll end the inning. Cleveland gets one on, but they're still getting taken to school by Skubal. We'll be back in a flash. 1-0 your score.
I thought that was a limit drop. I didn't think it was tequila.
December 5th, the verdict of the second Boston Massacre trial was announced in 1770. Perhaps the most followed trials in the history of Massachusetts, this trial focused on the 8 British soldiers who fired into a crowd during the infamous clash on March 5th, which left 5 colonists dead. Captain Thomas Preston, their commanding officer, had been tried earlier and acquitted on October 30th, with the jury finding no evidence that he had ordered the men to fire. Once again, future president and founding father John Adams represented the defense, arguing that the soldiers acted in self-defense during the chaos of the mob attack. Content to let the first trial play out because he was sure Captain Preston would be convicted. During the second trial, Samuel Adams regularly sent notes to the prosecution suggesting tactics and witness questions, trying to help secure convictions. Despite intense public outrage, the jury acquitted 6 soldiers but convicted 2, Hugh Montgomery and Matthew Kilroy, of manslaughter rather than murder, reflecting the jury's conclusion that their actions were not premeditated but provoked by the chaos of the event. Both convictions carried the death penalty, but there was one more twist to be carried out December 14th.
Early on in that season, 1980, there was a Miss USA pageant hosted by Bob Barker.
Yeah.
One more girl, and she is Miss New York, Deborah Sue Maurice, 21, New York City.
I think I'd like to get into sports broadcasting.
Oh, you would? Do you have a background in sports?
Well, I have a boyfriend who plays in sports.
Who's your boyfriend?
His name is George Brett.
George Brett is one of the finest players in baseball. You suppose old George is watching us tonight?
I'm sure he is.
A little embarrassing because I was sitting around watching it with some friends of mine, and one of them was a girl. She looks at me and goes, "What?" After she said all that, she thought she'd surprise me and fly into Kansas City for a few days.
Why couldn't the lifeguard save the hippie when he was drowning? Because he was too far out, man.
Welcome back. Cleveland trails Detroit 1-0. We go to the top of the fourth in a pretty fast-moving game. Game started at 1:08 Eastern. As the first pitch on the way is 96 miles an hour just off the dish. Righty-righty matchup. The torque wrench, Spencer Torkelson, standing at the plate. It's 1-1. He's 1 for 1, excuse me. The 1-0, 85 up high, misses. 2-0. The 2-0 count. Swung on and pops it up. Eye in the sky in center field. Fighting that sun once again is Angel Martinez. He'll make the catch. One away. So the game plan tomorrow, what you'll see is you see that we're coming on the air at about 5 o'clock. The Yankees, Red Sox play at 6. The game plan is to bring you the tail end of the Cubs Padres. If it works out, we're going to try to bring you the tail end of this series, game number 2. With me doing a doubleheader today, I got to watch out on trying not to lose my vocal cords. I should be home from work about that time. As the curveball misses up and out, it's 1-1. Probably going to make a show card regardless, but the 1-1 misses high, 2-1. I can't guarantee I'll be back in time to give you the tail end of Detroit Cleveland, but that's the plan. So I hope to be back here around the 7th inning or so. So you'll see it come up. You'll see 3 o'clock, and you'll be like, "What the hell?" That's the reason. The 2-2 count. And then Thursday, we just got to wait to see who makes it. The 2-2. Caught, looking strike 3. Punched him out at the bottom of the corner. Good pitch by Williams. His 4th punchy of the day. 2 down. You know, the only problem with the wild card series is when you have a great rivalry like Detroit and Cleveland, you kind of want this to be a 5-gamer, right? I mean, it just doesn't feel long enough. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss, 96 upstairs. It's 0-1. Pencil Perez, as he's known here, 0 for 1, 738 OPS. The 0-1, check swing, 97. He is getting pinched for sure. It's 1-1. It's almost like Livensparker, the home plate umpire, is going directly off of the pitcher's. As the pitch on the way is swung on and smacked into the crowd. Foul, right field side 1-2. It's almost like he's going not off of how the pitcher is doing today, it's off of his resume, because he's giving some pretty wide corners to Skubal. And Skubal's been there, don't get me wrong, he's been pitching well. But he's giving nothing to Gavin Williams. Another pitch lifted into the crowd. 1-2. Pretty decent crowd here in Cleveland. They're starting to fill in. As you can imagine, they're all getting the fake coughs as they head home from work. The 1-2 curveball caught, looking strike 3. Punched him out at the bottom of the edge. And that'll end the inning. Well, he sends him down 1-2-3. When we come back, Angel Martinez leads it off for the Tribe.
I don't know which one of y'all need to hear this, but just because you got your taxes back don't mean you could call out of work. You need to take your ass to work. We grown. We got responsibilities. You could spend that money on whatever you want. Just take your ass to work.
Throughout baseball history, there's been a wide variety of colorful personalities. And then there's Joe Charbonneau. When he was younger, he made money participating in bare-knuckle fights. In his rookie season, he took the league by storm and won Rookie of the Year after batting .289 with 23 home runs and drove in 87. Stories about him both on and off the field are legendary. He never wasted money on bottle openers. He would just use his eye sockets to open the bottle. He was never one for doctors, once fixing his broken nose with pliers and stitching up a cut with fishing line. During a spring training game in Mexico, a random stranger attacked him with a pen. A song named after him called Go Joe Charbonneau reached number 4 on the 45s chart in Cleveland. As fast as his star rose, it quickly burned out after a series of back injuries limited him to just 70 games in his last 2 seasons.
He was comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. He was a good two-strike hitter. A lot of hitters aren't comfortable with 2 strikes, Then they go into emergency mode. They don't want to strike out. That used to be the old mindset. Nowadays, as Pete said, they go up there hacking. That's a pitcher's dream, is a guy that...
Atlanta had 4 guys on their team last year struck out over 150 times. Now, we all know Mike Trout. He struck out 184 times last year. He was MVP in the American League.
I will say that I've had thrills before, number of them. Something like hitting a home run in Chicago that time. The Lord was with me when I called the shots. I can't go on forever. Somebody's got to take my shoes and take my place. But you can bet your sweet life that I won't play until I drop, but I'll play until I damn near drop. Thank you.
Welcome back. RD's asking, do Braves fans? Nah, we don't worry about that nonsense. We're in God's country. Derek Schoolbull goes back to work. First pitch on the way as Martinez pops it up. Out of the zone. Out of play. So it'll start off as an 0-1 count to Martinez as we begin the bottom of the 4th inning. Welcome into everyone here on Braves Country Radio on YouTube. So we start to bring in the Facebook crowd. And hello to everybody in radio land. If you want to join us on the YouTube chat, that's usually the best chat to join us on. It's youtube.com/@BravesCountry. You got an 0-2 count. Angel Martinez trying to work his way aboard. Swing! Fouls straight back. Just got a piece of that. 100 miles an hour in on the fists. The 0-2. We've done a couple of things on it, RD, that, essentially, we'll probably do some more of it in the offseason, but talking about why it was a crime to take the name away because they stole the story of the man they named the team after originally. Got an 1-0 your score. Bit of a delay out here while they do that. Something's going on the field that we're not privy to. It must be some kind of a delay there. Behind the box, behind the backstop, and they're messing around with some kind of, it looks like some electronic equipment that they're messing with. The foul ball must have smacked something behind. Oh, it shattered the camera that's right behind there. Hope that doesn't affect the 3D. I don't know what that's about. Man, that thing shattered. You'd think it would have some kind of a protective gear for it, but they're just getting the glass out of the way. I don't know if that's a radar gun or if that's something else, but it went straight back. Yeah, it looks like a radar gun. Now as we get a How in the world? There's the netting in front of it, but the netting's not tight enough, I guess. And the ball whistled back and smacked the protective lens. So we'll see if we still have radar or not. That thing had to hit just right. You still would think there would be some kind of protection to keep it from if it bent that screen. I guess he just figured it would never happen. So here we go, 0-2 count as Scooble's back to work. Curveball swung on, chop foul. Let's see if we can get a better look here. This is all we get here is the 1-2. Swing, chops it. It's going to be a tough play. It's going to be an infield single for Martinez. Martinez beating it out. And there we go. Second baseman Torres really never had a chance. He just kind of corralled it. By the time he got to it, Martinez was crossing first base. So it was basically like rolling a bunt out there. So 1 on, nobody out. He's leaning towards second. The first pitch on the way. Right there, change up at the knees. It's 0-1. Infield is back and to the left. Jose Ramirez, Joe Ram with an 863 OPS this year and 30 home runs. The pitch on the way, lefty-righty to the switch hitter. 98 misses high. 1-1. Guardians trying to tie this game up. If you can get this into the bullpen, you like Cleveland's chances. Bullpen's one of the best in baseball, but Tarek Scooble's one of the best pitchers in all of baseball. The 1-1. Misses high, 98 miles an hour. 2-1. And for my money, if I'm a Cleveland fan, what I'm looking at is I want to see that pitch count get ran up. He's only at 42 pitches here in the fourth. You don't want him to be able to go into the 8th, 9th inning. You want to get him out. He'll flip over to first real quick to keep the runner close by. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Slider, 2-2. Two count. Pitch on the way inside. Sinker almost gets him in the belt and bends out of the way. Now here's an interesting twist. The 3-2 swung on, chop, foul down the line. We'll do it again. Full count. Runner at first, nobody out. Payoff pitch, misses high, ball 4, so he'll head on down to first. Royal Peta says, did y'all hear Snickers coming back? State your source. First and second, nobody out. Person who's not coming back, and is very interesting, he could get scooped up and added to the management team, is the changeup, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Ron Washington has been let go of his managerial duties in Los Angeles. You could see a reunion there. The 0-1 misses high. Nope, calls it a strike. Wow, 0-2. I'm telling you, he's giving everything to Skubal, and he's pinching Williams. And I don't have a dog in this hunt. I don't really care who wins this series, but you can definitely tell that the home plate umpire, Livensparger, and I don't think he cares who wins the series, but I definitely think he's giving Skubal the benefit of the doubt, and he's not doing it for Williams at all. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. That bad call on the second strike definitely affected that at bat. One away. Ron Washington was let go. That was announced this morning. They have not announced anything on Brian Snitker. It sounds like that he's going to. It sounds like he's threatening to come back. First pitch on the way, 98 right there at the knees. It's 0-1. If you just read the posts about it in the comments, I mean, if the Braves brass don't understand, 75% of the people are like, go, just go. There's a small group of people who don't like change. They're like, no, man, bring him back. The 0-1, swing and a miss, it's 0-2. But if they do bring him back, I think it's a very good chance that they bring Ron Washington back. If not, Ron Washington could be your manager. The 0-2 count, swing and a miss, strike 3. So mowing the 2 batters down after putting runners on first and second. First pitch on the way, chopped over the mound. This is going to be a difficult play. Fumbled, bumbled, stumbled. Here comes the throw to home plate. Is he safe? They're calling him out, but the runner head first slide looked like he beat the throw. Now, did they block it with his foot? Vogt wants to challenge it, so we're going to see what happens here. I think he scored, but we're going to hold off. Livensparger hasn't done well behind the plate as it is. Now, the question's going to be, because his foot is blocking the plate, did he get in there? Oh, he got in there. That's not even close. Livensparger, man. We had him a few times in the postseason over the years, and I always refer to him as liverwurst. And he's doing more of the same. I don't know where he's getting that at. This guy's either on the take or he's blind as a bat. And if they don't overturn that, you really got to wonder what the hell is happening. Once again, I don't care who wins this. If they were still called the Tribe, I'd probably be pulling for Cleveland a little bit, but I don't really care when it's all said and done. He is safe, and it is overturned, so there you go. Tie ball game, good hustle. By the way, it was a good job by Skubal to realize what was going on. He threw a P right there at home plate just a touch too late. But once again, I don't know what is Livensparger looking. He's not watching the game. He's been missing balls and strikes, and then this play is right in front of him. He's got a good view. He doesn't have a bad view. He's got a good view. If he was blocked, I'd say, oh well, he's right there. I don't know how he misses it. This guy's he's always been a bum. My God. If they wouldn't bang us, we'd be playing 3 blind mice for you. So runners on the corners and 2 outs. What's going on here? There's a conversation now. The conversation is Livensparger's like, look, man, I took Detroit -1.5. You can't be letting that run come across the plate. That's going to be bad action for me. It's going to be a low-scoring ball game. I can't give it up. Ramirez is standing at third. And I don't know if the question is, where was he at? God, you would think you would have to be elite to be an umpire in October. You just would. You would think that would be a prerequisite. I've got a delayed feed to be able to see replays and whatnot, and they keep showing the replay of the play at the plate. I mean, it's not even close. See, Ramirez, when they threw the ball, no, he took off. There's no way you can keep him from going to third. So they get that straightened up. It is runners on the corners. I thought maybe they were saying that he took off during the argument, but no. Ramirez had already turned the corner. He was heading to third when the throw came to the plate. So runners on the corners, 2 outs. First pitch on the way shows a bunt. It's going to be dribbled over towards Skubal. He'll underhand it, and that at bat was given away. But not before the Cleveland Guardians, the Tribe, the Indians, whatever you want to call them. They tie it up. We go to the top of the 5th here in OHIO.
Cleaning a flintlock musket from the Revolutionary War while enjoying a little bacon and biscuits. This is what our forefathers died for.
Can you do that in your den?
The Bill of Rights says I can do this wherever I want to do it.
Well, what if your 2-year-old grandson walked in here?
And overpowers me?
Back could be turned. You could be reaching for a piece of bacon.
Grab the musket out of my hand, shove me to the ground, pour the correct amount of powder in here, take the ramrod, jam it down there, get a musket ball, put that in there, take the ramrod back out, jam that down there, somehow shoot me in the foot.
Keep the safety on.
Honey, this whole gun is a safe.
Okay, I just heard somebody say this on the radio. They said if somebody offered to pay my food and my rent for the next 18 years, I would do anything for them. But I complained every time I had to take the trash out of my parents' house. Just let that sink in. Just let that sink in. I'm gonna go call my mom.
The Royals began 1980 on a mission. George Brett's club had missed the playoffs for the first time in 4 seasons the year before and were hungry to get back to October.
I think if we ever do get a chance to play in the playoffs again, that if I was a betting man, I'd bet on the Royals, but I'm not a betting man.
Usually I started the season hitting about 220 in April, and then around May I would start getting hot.
How about that George Brett of the Kansas City Royals? Is he ever hot?
I just remember that I was seeing the ball good, and then I missed those 30 games with my ankle injury. I was still in second base, boom, rolled my ankle, missed 6 weeks. We didn't have rehabs then. Hell, as soon as you were able to play, you were in the lineup. And I came back and I didn't miss a beat.
The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a drive, hit deep down the right field line. Might see if it's fair. It's gone. It is there. Home run for George Brett.
I love that car more than anything that I have. Dad, what about us? You need a Q-tip?
Welcome back. Cleveland has tied it up. We're heading to the 5th inning in Cleveland, versus Detroit. Man, once again, it is a beautiful sky. I can't get over that. Like it's almost like it was painted up there. Every time they flash backwards is the first pitch on the way from Williams right there for a strike. It's on 1. When they pan out and show the entire stadium, all you see is a crisp blue sky. It looks like October, though we're only in September 30th. The 0-1 swing and a miss. Dirk Diggler, who's 0 for 1. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the sweeper. Yak. One away. Williams now with 6 strikeouts of his own. He's tied with Skubal. So he has hit his over Skubal. Once again, I believe his was 7.5. There were some books that had it as high as 8, but most of them were 7.5 to 8.5, somewhere in that neighborhood. He's only at 55 pitches. First pitch on the way is a cutter, swing and a miss. McKinstry, righty-lefty matchup, it's on 1. The 0-1. Right there, teardrop at the knees. 0-2, good curveball. The 0-2 swing. Pops it up. High into center field. Coming down, making the catch is Martinez. 2 away. Cleveland can pull off this upset. This would be one heck of a start to the series because Detroit, to win this series, they plan on winning Game 1. And Tarek Skubal's on the mound. So I was a little surprised they did not wait to have him out at Game 2. And there's a theory behind that. I get it. As the first pitch to Baez is swung on, he's going to slice that into right field. It's down for a base hit and a 1-out single for the Tigers.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
There's some managers that feel like they want their best pitcher in Game 1 of a short series. Others feel like give me Game 2 because my back is up against the wall. I want my guy going to the mound. Game 2, I believe, is Flaherty unless they change it for Detroit. Curveball. Did he go around? They checked down the third base line. He did not. It's 1-0. Swing, bangs it foul down the line. So he's gone curveball cutter to start the at-bat. Parker Meadows batting .621, the .215 batting average, .621 OPS for the year. The 1-1 sinker. That time he got the low call. 1-2, very questionable call there. 1-2 count. Cleveland, their fans are standing at attention, waving their. Looks like it's a version of a red and blue October hanky. The 1-2. Bob looking strike 3. Punch him with the sweeper on the outer edge. That'll end the inning. The runner was on the go, but it don't matter. We'll be back in a flash here in OHIO.
Your bracelet. That looks like a great. You know, I got this bracelet from a guy at the steam room back in Arizona. You got what? Hey, Kenny, quit asking questions. You man. Got the bracelet. Play, please.
What's that?
That's a swear jar. Every time someone swears, you put a quarter in it.
Who gets the money?
I don't know. We'll use it to buy something for the office, like a case of beer or something.
Fucking awesome. You, Bob.
You, Jim.
Eric, I have a bag on line 3 for you.
Can I borrow your pen? Can I borrow your f***ing pen?
Will the owner of a white station wagon please go yourself?
We're gonna go down there and we're gonna some. We're gonna some. We're gonna do whatever we have to because we're gonna some.
Poop.
Doesn't count.
Shut the up.
This is your lunch. Now, you should be able to do whatever you want to with this, right? If you want to eat all of it, great. If you want to throw it away in the garbage, that's your prerogative. But here I come, the government, and I get to take 40% of your lunch. And that is how taxes work.
That's not fair.
You're learning. Uh-oh. Capital gains tax.
2 weeks later, he's among the league leaders in batting average. I've never seen a hitter on fire like that.
How in the world do you pitch to George Brett?
It seemed like he got 4 hits every day.
All of a sudden, your average is 360. Now it's 390. I'll never forget going over 400. It was a 3-hit game against Toronto. I remember standing on second base and everybody's going crazy. So I look up at the scoreboard. It was 401.
Some kind of hitter.
Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Here in Cleveland, the Tribe and Tigers, it's 1-1. Cleveland going to the bats here with the tie ball game. Bottom of the order due up. Noel to lead us off, the number 8 hitter. Lefty-righty matchup, slider. This is outside. It's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. 1-1. 1-1 count. Pops it back foul. 1-2. One-two count. Swing and a miss. Chase it off the edge. Strike 3. Yeah, it's interesting. John, you were talking about Bruce Bochy not coming back. They're saying it's mutual. That just tells me that they weren't seeing eye to eye on something. And Bochy, man, the fact that he's out there on the free agent market, good Lord, go get him. Tell Snicker he could be the first base coach. The first pitch on the way. Swing and a miss inside. It's 0-1. What you do is you say, check it out. We're going to hire all of y'all, but the guy with the most World Series rings, he becomes the manager. Snicker, just go take care of first base. Maybe that'll keep you awake too over there. Lefty-righty matchup. The 0-1. Right there at the knees. It's 0-2. The 0-2 count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Changeup. Down and away. Scooble with his 8th strikeout today. Scooble goes back to work. First pitch on the way, 99 inside. Busting in and out of the way as we back to the top of the order. Stephen Kwan, who's 0 for 2. It's 1-0. 1-0. Reddy talking about Scooble being... He's got one more year of arbitration left with the Detroit Tigers. Is the pitch right there for a strike, evens up the count. It's a 1-1. 1-1 count. Swing, slices it foul, 1-2. I don't know why you're saying Yankees ready. They don't spend like they used to. I'd be willing to wager that's going to be LA Dodger territory. They'll get him to somehow kick 95% of his salary down the road. The 1-2 pitch. Swing, chops it. Over to third. 5-3 putout, and that'll end the inning. Cleveland goes down in order. We'll be back at a flash. Heart of the order due up for the Tigers. 1-1 your score.
This feels weird. Are you sure this is legal?
I don't know. It's fun though, isn't it?
Is this the Thomas residence?
You got it.
Oh, come right on in. Have a seat. We've been expecting you.
Someone called for a cosmetic order. Is there a lady here?
Well, what do I look like, Rosie Greer?
Hey, Leslie, Ashley said she wants to meet up before the 7-Eleven watch party at the AT&T Stadium and just kind of hang out.
Who is Ashley?
She's a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. She had messaged me this morning. We've been talking back and forth. She was like a fan and saw our content, wanted to hang out.
Hang out with who?
With me.
With you?
Well, with us. She's really cool. Dude, I've talked to her all day today. She wants to show us around the facility.
Cody, if you want to make it to the watch party on Sunday, you better be kidding with me right now in this moment.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Listen, if you don't want to hang out with her, that's fine. I'm down to go by myself.
Cody?
Listen, it's a joke. There's no Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders messaging me, okay?
There
It was
better
a joke.
not be.
It was a joke.
There better not be.
Unless one wants to, then by all means. God, oh my God. Leslie told me I have to make it abundantly clear that I actually am not interested in a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader DMing me. okay? Don't DM me, okay? Don't DM me. Do it.
And all the media comes in after the game and they say, hey, are you going to hit 400? It seemed like every day more media showed up.
George, since you went over the 400 mark, have you given any thought to that?
Well, I've given it thought because that's all I've been talking about lately, mainly because that's all I've been doing is talking to writers, it seems like.
And little did I know, for the next month, I'd be over 400.
Serious run at becoming the first 400 hitter since 1941.
People would wake up every morning and say, what is George Brett hitting? And that was across the country.
It was like, holy, you know what? This guy's hitting 400. It's getting pretty late in the year.
Welcome back. What is HHO talking about? Is he riding the white horse? He goes, this doesn't look like the game. Anyways, 1-1 your score, bottom of the fifth. And I know HHO's been in here before, so he knows what we do here. First pitch on the way is a sweeper in the dirt. Righty-righty matchup, Williams versus Torres. It's 0-1. Gleyber Torres, the ex-New York Yankee, 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded out to short his first time up, then into a double of play his second time up. Sinker on the way, bang foul. Down the third baseline. The 0-2 turns, kicks, just got a piece of that sweeper. Stay alive. Standing on deck is Kerry Carpenter. Then you got Torkelson, so the heart of the order. If anybody gets on, Riley Green. 1-1 your score. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for the Tigers. 1-3-1 for the Cleveland Guardians is the pitch on the way is banged foul. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Swing, lifts it. High into center field. Drifting over, making the catch. Martinez. No way. It's easy to hit the block button too, Peter. So, what are we talking about here? You wouldn't believe the DM requests I get on a daily on that X page. It's ridiculous. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss curveball. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kerry Carpenter 1 for 2 on the year. What is Micah saying? Is anyone else's Christmas versus school ball? I don't get that. The 0-1 swing and a miss, 0-2. Is there something that he said that I'm not aware of? Welcome in, Larry. Guess you're a Tigers fan. The 0-2. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not. 1-2. I think it's safe to say most people, most fans of teams who don't have a dog in the hunt in the playoff, whoever wins this series, a lot of people are going to become instant fans of them down going into the next round. Is the 1-2 outside wide 2-2. When you look at the other options, there's usually a lot of hate for Red Sox, Yankees. I don't know if Toronto has a hate, but I have a dislike for them because of the 92 series. The 2-2 misses high. Full count. Seattle's a fun team. I'd like to see them get one eventually. Payoff pitch. Lifts it. High into left field. Deep. Going back on the track at the wall. Making the catch at the wall is Stephen Kwan for a loud out number 2. And he gave that sucker a ride. Gotcha, Larry. Man, that wind is really howling. It may have knocked that ball down. It's been kind of whipping around, but right now when that ball was hit, it was blowing in from right center into left, and that may have been the difference. At least kept it from going up top off the wall for extra bases. The 0-1 to Torkelson. Did he go around? They checked down the first base line. He did. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Righty. Pitch number 85. So if he can get out of this, he'll be out there for the 7th. The pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? He did. Strike 3. Yak him. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th in a 1-1 tie. Hell, the over-under was 5.5 today.
Put your hands up. This is a mockery. Don't you mean a robbery?
Opening day fact. Alexander Cartwright umpired the first game played by the Knickerbockers on April 10th, 1846. The score sheet for that game would simply say commencement of the season. With the Brooklyn Dodgers down 18-3 to their rival, the New York Giants, in 1912, fans stormed the field and delayed the game. By the time the fans were cleared out and play resumed, the game would be called in the 6th inning due to dark. The outfield stands at Braves Field received a fresh coat of paint before opening day in 1946, but weather prevented it from drying. What resulted was a lot of angry, paint-stained fans. The Braves would later issue an apology and even covered their cleaning bill. On April 15, 1947, Jackie Robinson became the first black baseball player to play in the major leagues when he took the field for the Brooklyn Dodgers. In his first game, he would walk and score a run on his way to winning Rookie of the Year at the end of the season. Ted Williams was one of the greatest hitters of all time, but he was even better on opening day, hitting an astounding .449. In 1950, Harry Truman became the only president to throw out a left-handed and a right-handed first pitch. Most people know that Hank Aaron broke Babe Ruth's home run record, but how many of you know that he tied Babe Ruth on opening day in 1974? Winning streaks and losing streaks are part of baseball. In 1974, another streak would happen when several naked fans ran onto the field at Chicago's Comiskey Park. And there you have it, some opening day facts.
In fact, no one in decades has been able to do what he's done. Carry a 400 average into September.
You rooted for him to hit 400.
I was rooting for him hard.
I'm just hitting the ball where it's pitched and everything's paying off right now.
How many of you think George Brett's going to bat 400 this year?
Then I did the one drastic thing I shouldn't have. I tried to hit 400. And once I got below 400, I started pressing more and more and more.
There's so much pressure in what he was trying to do, and you know that every pitcher is trying to get him out.
You haven't played it years. Why can't I be quarterback, huh?
You're right. Let's see what you got. Hit me. I'm open.
Hi.
That's why. Now sit down and shut up.
It slipped. I just ate popcorn.
Oh, that's a great one. It slipped. I could be quarterback. Ah, man, the ball slipped. I just ate popcorn. Bottom of the 6th we go. We're tied at 1 apiece. Tarek Skubal, just 66 pitches. So Cleveland's going to have some work if they want to get him out of the game. Skubal, first pitch on the way, 98 inside, misses the zone, but called for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1, swing, fouls it back 0-2. He's gone sinker, then fastball. Angel Martinez 1 for 2 with a single, and he has scored the only run for Cleveland. Carpenter with the only run scored for Detroit. He was knocked in by Torkelson. Arias got the RBI on Martinez. The pitch on the way, swing. That ball is dropping. Is it going to be fair? It will not. It was bending foul and hit the top of the screen as you go down the left field line. Not a ton of foul territory as you go towards the corner. Hit the top of the screen, then bounced into play. It's 0-2. Standing on deck is Jose Ramirez. In the hole, Rodriguez. The 0-2 count. Swing, pops it back foul. We'll do it again. You forget how bad ESPN is at doing broadcasting. You have to rely on them, man. There. How do the Bally's and now it's called what? FanDuel is the 0-2 swing. Lifts it down the line, fouling out of play into the shaded area, right field corner. How can Bally's / now it's FanDuel, how can they have it figured out? And ESPN, Fox, what's the other one? Apple. None of them know how to carry the game. The 0-2 misses high, 1-2. Slider up top. Skubal at 72 pitches, so he's still good on that front. The 1-2 swing, chops it off his instep. We'll do it again. If they could get a lengthy inning here, Cleveland could knock out Skubal, but you got to figure he's going to go 7 today, where he's out on the pitch count and how good he has been. This is the third time through the lineup. The 1-2 swing and a miss. Chase the changeup. You want to call it that? One away. That ball just explodes going down around the shoe tops, really more like an old school sinker, but that's what he calls it, and that's what they'll ring it up as, is a changeup. As dangerous and lethal as Skubal is, can you imagine this guy ever employed a screwball? He'd just be cooked. First pitch on the way is a slider outside wide. It's 1-0. Misses high, 2-0. I agree with both of those, Peta and Justin. Raleigh's the MVP, and it's not even particularly close. I don't care what Bristol tries to tell you. And Drake is the Rookie of the Year. The changeup, pops it up, high into right field. Easy play out there for Perez. He'll make the catch, 2 down. So now a quick 2 outs almost makes it a given that he'll be out there for a 7th inning. 77 pitches in. First pitch on the way is a changeup off the plate. It's 1-0. I don't know what that was a reference to, but John's saying, I'm not a Padres fan, but they're not the Dodgers or the Phillies. So, go Padres. The 1-0. Right there on the outer edge, 1-1. I'm interested to see. So the Cubs are the favorite in that series, but I think that Cade Horton injury is bigger than what people realize. And the bullpen for the Padres is really good. 1-1. Fouls it back, it's 1-2. And in October, even in a short series, I still believe that your bullpen's much more important. Then the starting pitching itself, the 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. Two count, swing and a miss, change up, strike 3. Man, is he filthy. We'll be back in a flash. Riley Green, Perez, and Dingler It's Gavin Williams time when we return.
Cutest diner right beside my neighborhood. It's called Waffle House. It goes for this antique chic view, and props to the designers because they definitely made it feel old. The menu had several different breakfast options. I asked the waitress what's her favorite thing. She said Xanax, but I just went ahead and went with the All-Star Special. I asked her what paired best, and she gave me a Mr. Pibb. It was awesome. The bacon was a little undercooked, so I asked the chef to throw it back on the grill for a bit, and she said fight me. They're so quirky there. Great experience. 10 out of 10.
Rio de Janeiro to here, do you know how far that is?
6,842 miles.
Well,
Look.
do you know what kind of mail system they must have?
The Brazilian mail system, government run, with an annual budget of 27,485,000 pesetas.
How do you know these things?
You mean I'm right?
I swear to you, some white people are so extra, because if they see somebody they don't know or ain't seen in a while, they'll be like, Tom, is that you? Well, shove a stick up my ass and call me a corn dog. How you been?
In 1936, two new stars made their first appearances in the big leagues. The first was a 17-year-old fastball pitcher from Iowa, whose father had built him his own practice field. He was signed by the Cleveland Indians, and in his very first start, he struck out 15 St. Louis Browns. A few weeks later, he set an American League record by striking out 17 A's. Then, he went back home to finish high school. His name was Bob Feller.
We went to the World Series in 1834 in St. Louis and saw the Gas House Gang. And I thought right then and there that I was only 15, that Major League Baseball wasn't that far away. And not being cocky, I had a lot of confidence. My father gave me a lot of confidence. I never was afraid of a batter on a mound. They may hit me well, but I was never afraid of them.
We are live here in Cleveland, Ohio, and it's 1-1 in game one. One of these teams trying to go up 1-0 in a best of three. Gavin Williams will go back to work. We're in the top of the seventh, 86th pitch of the afternoon. First pitch is a cutter high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Swung on, lifted into right field, right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And it is a leadoff double by the Tigers. I'm going to have to refresh the screen. Looks like it jammed up. We'll have it back here in a second. Thought they'd fixed the bugs on that, but I guess they haven't. Here we go. You're going to go out there and talk to Williams. He's got a runner at second, nobody out. A little bit of a powwow. Does look like Gaddis is warming up in the bullpen, the right-hander. So Green at second, nobody out, and he's looking around. He could be taken off. First pitch on the way, swung on, ripped over to first, off the glove of Noel, throwing it over to second. From second is Rocchio. He throws it to Noel. They're going to call him safe, so runners at the corners, nobody out. Did he not hold the bag? Looked like a good carom was able to get over there. Have to take a look at that again one more time. Ball goes off the glove. Noel gets to first base. Oh, his foot slid off the base. God bless. His foot slid off the base. I don't know how in the world Perez hit the bag and then avoided tripping as he went through the bag because Noel's foot slid over the base. And unless his ankle or side foot hit the bag, we're not getting a very good look over there. That's going to run Williams out of the game. Just a bad defensive blunder over there by Noel. First, he let the ball go off his glove. Secondly, he couldn't grab the bag. And we'll take a quick break. When we return, we'll have the screen back up as it killed out again on us.
Am I the problem?
Of course you are!
Gen X Hotline, what do you want?
My son saw another student with a vape pen in his backpack. Should we tell the teacher or go straight to the principal?
All right, let me check the book on that. Teacher or principal? Okay, it says, tell him not to be a snitch and to mind his business.
Are you serious?
Yep. Have a great day.
I was blackballed for 2 years. I couldn't get a job. And because of that, I lost my big, beautiful house in Los Angeles, my shiny Mercedes, all my stuff. And as you can imagine at the time, I was really crushed. They thought that I was some religious zealot, but to me, it was just that I didn't think it was the right thing to do. And also, I really love my wife. And as I've said, and I'll say it a million times, these lips are meant for one woman.
Eyes closed. I have a surprise. Did you do the dishes? I said surprise, not miracle. Gen X Hotline, what do you want?
Hi, I work from home, and with the kids still home on summer break, I am not getting anything done.
Okay, so step one, have you tried locking them out of the house?
Okay, but like what would they eat all day?
Okay, do you have any like honeysuckle or blackberry bushes in your neighborhood?
Yeah, I think so. Why?
They're gonna be fine. That's what they're gonna eat.
Really?
Yep.
What about the bathroom?
Oh no, they're just gonna poop in the woods.
What?
You're good. You're welcome.
Wait.
I never want to hear the term Uncle Stevie again. It was all a lie. As with everything with the Mets, always teasing, never pleasing.
Baseball stories are so various, and they swap characters in them, but the way I heard it, Lefty Gomez himself, a pitcher, faced the 18-year-old Bobby Feller. The first one came over, and the umpire called it strike, and the second one came over, called it strike, and the third one came over, and the umpire called it strike, and Gomez said, I thought that last one sounded a little low.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way from Gaddis is swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. Runners at the corners. One out. The infield's about halfway, a little closer in than what you would consider double play depth. The 0-1. 94 up top misses. 1 Can't really play them all the way in, mainly because you want to try to turn 2 if you can. But with nobody out, if they can get the man at home, they're going to go there first. In a tie ball game here in the 7th, the 1-1. Swing, chops it foul, it's 1-2. Gaddis really needs a strikeout here or a pop-up. One-two count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with 95 on the outer edge. One away. That's a huge strikeout there for Gaddis to come in and get. Now a double play can get you out of the inning. Big strikeout. Runners on the corners, one out, game tied, and McKinstry, the batter, Dirk Dingler, takes the seat. First pitch on the way, shows bunt, drops it down. That's a good bunt. That's going to score a run, and that's not nothing. A squeeze play, dribbles it down the first base side, and Detroit leads it 2-1. It was a safety squeeze. Green was holding up to see if he made contact. Once he saw it was a good bunt, and it was. It was a very good bunt. So the runner at first heads down to second. There are 2 outs, but he's in scoring position. First pitch on the way, swung on, ripped up the middle. Harris has it. He'll fire it over to first. And Noel falls down again, but he holds the bag this time. Good night, Irene. Get that guy off of first base. We'll be back in a flash. 2-1 your score. Scooble goes back to work.
Why are you pushing Chase Utley on me? It's starting to get weird.
Okay, look, I have a plan, all right? And it involves you getting this letter to him when you get out there to kiss him. Now, I have given this to Major League Baseball, his lawyer, his manager, his mom, and he has not gotten back to me, which means he hasn't gotten it yet. So just...
Okay. Did you write a love letter to Chase Utley? Is that...
In a lot of ways, yes, I do love him, but that is not a love letter in the way that you're thinking of it, okay?
Really? I would love to meet you someday. It would be great to have a catch. I know I can't throw as fast as you, but I think you would be impressed with my speed. I love your hair. You run fast. I know you have not been getting my letters because I know you would write back if you did. I am sure our relationship would be a real home run.
If you read it out of context...
There's no right context.
Strike that from the record,
No,
please.
leave that on the record.
That one stays.
Brett's mini slump in late September left him at .390 to finish the year. Along the way, he led the Royals to their 4th division title in 5 years and would be named AL MVP. But as ever, none of it seemed to impress his father.
Saw him after the 80 season, and the first thing he says to me, you couldn't have got 5 more hits. Hit 390. I missed 400 by 5 hits. If you would have taken better care of yourself, you would have got 5 more hits. There wasn't a lot of positive stuff. I mean, there never was.
Here we go again. The Yankees and the Kansas City Royals meeting in the playoffs for the 4th time in 5 years.
The reward for an historic season was a familiar one. Yet another matchup with the Yankees in the ALCS.
If we can go out and play the way we've played so far this season and forget the New York Yankees, just go out there and play baseball, I think we can beat them 3 out of 5.
I think that was probably the most intense I've seen our guys. Okay, you've beaten us 3 times, but we're not going to let it happen a 4th time.
Hit in the air to deep left center field. Brown going back and looking up. Gone! George Brett has just hit the 5th home run of his championship series career.
I need your help. I can't tell you what it is. You can never ask me about it later, and we're going to hurt some people. Whose car are we going to take?
Welcome back. 2-1 your score. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Detroit has just taken the 1-run lead. Tarek Skubal will be going back to work. I don't think we're going to have a time to squeeze it in, but I'm going to try to do the 7th inning stretch. I got sidetracked, didn't realize we were there with the pole, putting up that pole. So let's give it a try, but I'll probably have to cut it off. Hey, what do you know? We got it in. First pitch on the way from Skubal. Lefty-lefty matchup is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Honestly, didn't think the 4-letter network was giving them enough time to do the 7th inning stretch. The 0-1, swing and a miss. 4-seam fastball, 100 miles an hour here in the 7th inning. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Manzardo, who singled his first time up, struck out his second time. The 0-2. Swing, slices it foul. Do it again. Skubal sitting at 86 pitches. Third time through the order. Arias is on deck, Rocchio in the hole. The 0-2. Swing slices away 101 miles an hour. Bringing it in the 7th inning. Do it again. 8th inning is on the way, and we all know what that means. Those of y'all are new. The 0-2 outside wide, 1-2. Now I'm going to try to bring you the tail end of Game 2, Padres Cubs tomorrow. Iron Lung, I saw your question. Is the 1-2 caught looking 100 miles an hour right down the pipe, strike 3. A little north of the zone, but he's been giving him a big zone all day long. One away. It's rough trying to do the back-to-backs and then all the games I'm planning on doing in a small period of time. So the plan is tomorrow, once again, if you're just joining us, we're going to try to bring you the tail end of this game. Around 3 o'clock, the 7th inning. As the first pitch on the way is a changeup, swing and a miss strike. It's 0-1. Then we're going to jump off for a little bit and bring you the tail end of the Cubs game, Padres game tomorrow, bleeding into Red Sox Yankees. 0-1 misses high, 1. I would do Reds Dodgers, but all their games are being scheduled for late, so it makes it difficult if you're going to try to do the game the next day. 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. 1-2 count, Scooble brings it, swing and a miss. Arias, I don't know what he's doing at the number 6 spot in this lineup. He is dreadful with the bat. 2 down. Great gloveman, but they need to have him much further down the line, especially against Scooble. He's putting on a master class against him. Lefty-righty matchup. Rocchio now the batter. Slider right there on the outer edge. Misses. It's 1-0. 1-0. High strike. My word, living Spartan. It's 1-1. Scooble at 95 pitches. Most likely this is his last inning. But you never know. The 1-1 swing fouls away. 1-2. Noel stands on deck. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, blew it right by him. Knocked his doors off. Strike 3. 101 miles an hour. He's up near a century mark. We'll see if he's got anything left for the 8th. Speaking of the 8th.
106 miles from Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? Yeah? Yeah, I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
When buying a beer, don't make this mistake. Buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Okay.
Let's get it!
Afternoon, everybody.
Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is not.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country. Pregame. Salute.
They're making laws where you can't drink when you want to. Pretty soon we're going to be calling this country.
Yeah. I mean, the Lord. You gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
Welcome back. You got to figure that's it for Skubal. 96 pitches, 13 strikeouts. As we head to the top of the 8th, and Detroit's going to try to expand on that 1-run lead. It's 2-1. Top of the 8th. Still 2 more at-bats for the Guardians as well. First pitch on the way, 88-mile-an-hour slider. Misses the outer edge. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Down and in. 2-0. Depends on if you're building for now or later. Ready. And a lot of that's got to do with, at this point, you would take Skeens because he's got more controllable years. The 2-0 down and in. Did not go around. Looked like it hit the zone. In fact, it did. 3-0. But the more polished pitcher right now is definitely Skubal. But he's also a little older than Skeens. The 4-seam fastball right there at the knees, 3-1. And you cannot put a price tag on a tough southpaw. I mean, that is just a guy with that kind of elite. It's a 3-1 swing and a miss slider, 3-2. That's taking nothing away from Skeens. Skeens is definitely, if he stays healthy, he's heading to the Cooperstown one day as well. The payoff pitch, swing, chops it foul underneath the legs of Livensparger. That ball bounced, almost got him in the Livenspargers. Full count. But because we're not a big market, being a Braves fan, I'm going to take Skeens right now because we have more controllable years. Because if the Braves have Skubal, we're just saying bye-bye. Just like Max Fried, bye-bye. The payoff pitch. Caught looking, strike 3, punched him out on the outer edge. 1 away. I guess the good news is this year Atlanta does not have a big name free agent hitting the market. So we've gone, what did we see? We saw Freddie leaving 22. Dan's being 23. And 24, it was Max Fried. Is the 0-1. Down and in. 1-1. Still have 2 more seasons to get through on that terrible cable deal that they signed years ago. As the 1-1 swung on, chop foul, 1-2. That was signed by the horrific AOL company that owned the Braves at the time. It's expiring in 2027. The pocketbook should get a little bit bigger once that happens in Atlanta. The 1-2 count. Good to see cocktail draft. The 1-2. Gaddis brings it. Come on, man. That ball hit the outer edge. Did not get the call. 2-2. Unbelievable. He has been pinching the 2-2 changeup, misses inside, full count. I'm telling you, there needs to be a full-blown investigation on Shane Livensparger's betting app. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, 95, cooked him up top. 2 down. They're going to have the bottom of the order due up in the 8th for Cleveland. So they will get to the heart of the order one more time before game's end. Looks like Stephen Vogt's going to come out and get Gaddis. We're going to get a pitching change. We'll be back in a flash. I believe a southpaw is coming out of the pen. He is. We'll introduce him when we return.
Hello, everybody. If you don't know who I am, let me introduce myself. My name is, as the ladies like to call me, Why Did You Sleep With My Mama? I grew up eating soup beans and fried taters and mashed potatoes and boiled potatoes. Hell, sometimes I got so hungry I would just bite into a raw potato. Nothing makes you question your life more than biting into a raw potato. Now, it was not until I got older that I realized that getting your electricity cut off every month is not normal. Toilet paper when I was growing up was a luxury. Y'all ever used a Roman noodle wrapper to wipe yourself? Now, I don't know how the economy worked during the Roman Empire, but I would for sure be a peasant. Not only that, but a peasant with a sore ass. So, if you've liked what you've heard so far, welcome to...
What is something you didn't realize was so expensive until you became an adult?
Voting for the wrong that's what's expensive, okay? I didn't do it, but y'all did. And this is expensive. Y'all.
Is it true that you have never knowingly eaten a vegetable in your life?
That is true. I was born when my parents were 18, so she just let me have the run of the course. I always pushed the vegetables away. To this day, no. And I guess what I've proven is that man does not need vegetables to survive.
Is it just possible that you would like, I'm thinking of one of the more non-objectionable vegetables, a carrot?
Oh, please, please.
A carrot?
No, a carrot. No, that's an objectionable vegetable.
They dominated that series, and the Royals finally sort of put it all together.
Here it is, Nettles goes down the right for one, back to first, double play, the Royals win! The Royals 1 game away, 1 win away from the World Series.
There was a feeling in that clubhouse. This is it.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. First pitch on the way from the left-hander Sobrowski. This is for a ball. It's 1-0. He's got a four-seam fastball that he leans on 68% of the time is the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1 with the slider there. Slider 17% of the time and the curveball 15% of the time. The 1-1 swing and a miss. 1-2. 95 right there at the knees. Sobrowski with a 1.84 ERA this year and a 1.19 whip. Cleveland fans are on their feet, trailing by 1. Still 2 offensive innings left for the Tribe. The 1-2. Swing. Fouls it straight back. We'll do it again. Detroit 2, Cleveland 1. Top of the 8th inning. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the up and in slider, chasing up around his eyeballs, and that'll end the inning. Tigers go down 1-2-3 when we return. Noel Hedges in the top of the order for Cleveland.
December 6, St. Nicholas of Lycia, modern-day Turkey, died in 343. Nicholas was a Christian bishop renowned for his generosity and miracles, earning himself a saintly reputation. Known for aiding the poor, they say he rescued children and sailors at sea, and once famously saved 3 sisters from slavery by secretly dropping gold coins down their chimney, some landing in stockings hung by the fire to dry. After his death, December 6 became his feast day, and his tomb became a shrine. So popular, his bones were taken by sailors in 1087 and housed in the Basilica de San Nicola in Italy. In Middle Age Europe, he was depicted wearing bishop red with a full beard, but his legend faded except in Holland, where St. Nicholas became Sinterklaas. The Dutch took Sinterklaas to New Amsterdam, aka New York, in the 17th century, where he evolved into Santa Claus. Today, in the US and Britain, Santa Claus still has the beard, wears red, and drops down the chimney to fill deserving children's stockings on Christmas, while kids in Europe hope for treats on December 6th. And yet, there is no proof he was actually canonized, and Pope Paul VI removed his feast day in 1969 for lack of evidence.
Oh, here here's the game on the line right now in the 7th inning.
He really felt all that weight. Made it hard to breathe.
2-1 Yankees, 7th inning. George Brett, 390 on the season, but 0 for 3 tonight. Brett facing the right-hander Gossage in the 7th inning of the 3rd game of the American League playoffs.
Goose comes in, he's snorting and he's got all, he's Goose.
So the big man coming out of the Yankee pen.
No radar gun back then, but it was 100.
I was very excited to see Goose come in the game because he's the type of guy I like to face.
Tying run for the Royals over at third base. Lead run potentially over at first base.
George is coming up, and we know he's going to do something.
And I just said one thing to myself. Be quick and try to pull the ball.
That was the season and the year that in the meetings, they just said, don't pitch him inside because he'll hit a home run.
Welcome back. Derek Skubal going to go back out there for another inning. He's at 97 pitches. First pitch on the way, swing, chops it foul, chase one out of the zone. Noel, it's 0-1. Here we go. Give me a second, we'll get this fixed. The 0-1, swing and a miss. 0-2. 0-2 count. Lefty-righty matchup. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chase one down and in. One away. Here we go. We got it fixed. One up, one down, bottom of the 8th. First pitch on the way is up top, misses high, changeup. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Pitch number 101 on the afternoon. Misses high, 2-0. 2-0 count. Skubal trying to bridge it to the 9th inning. Vest is warming up. Will Vest, the right-hander, as the pitch on the way, down below the knees. Ball 3, 3-0. So Hedge is doing a good job. He walked his first time up, struck out in the 5th, trying to get on board the 3-0. 97 right down the pipe, 3-1. Good take, though. Want to try to make Skubal work to get these outs. The 3-1 pitch. Just drops the slider in there. So you got a full count now to Hedges. Got to defend the zone now. Pitch 105 from Skubal. In the dirt, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. Halpin's going to pinch run. Stephen Kwan, the batter, and so you'll figure they're going to leave Skubal in to try to face the left-hander Kwan. Martinez on deck, Jose Ramirez in the hole. I wonder if they may try to bunt here to move the runner along or have him swing away. Lefty-lefty matchup. He's 0 for 3 on the day. First pitch on the way. Misses high. 98 miles an hour. It's 0-1. Skubal may be running out of gas here. Pitch 107 as he looks in. Brings it. Swing, chops it up the mound. Off the glove of Skubal. He's only got one play, and that's to first. It's going to be a good recovery. A 1-3 put out as the runner from second moves up Runner from first moves up to second into scoring position. So essentially it was a bunt. It was a swinging bunt. And we're going to get a pitching change. We'll be back in a flash. Will Vest is going to come in, try to slam the door shut. Martinez is due up. We'll see if they pinch hit.
My issue is that anytime I'm sick, I feel like I sound like Miley Cyrus. Like it's got that rasp to it. You know what I mean? Like it's got that Miley Stewart in that bronchitis.
Hey, last week we were talking about the mouth.
Right.
My girl said you was right, bro. She did some research and she said it's mice for plural, man.
Hey, bro, I was just trying to help my bro out, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Man. Me personally, mice doesn't sound more natural, bro. But hey, I guess you was right, homie.
Right.
So when you learn something, you got to pass it down to the youth, right? I go to my sister's house. I holler at my nephew. He 5. I'm bringing it down to him. I'm like, hey, I said, little man, it ain't mice, this is, bro. It's mice, right?
Right.
Mouse, mice.
Right.
Goose, geese, right?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Moose, meese. It's like that's a
wait. You said moose and what?
Oh, moose for one is moose.
Moose, yes.
And for 2 is meese, right?
You said moose and meese?
Yeah.
No, meese is not a word at all. Actually, it's already plural and singular.
Damn, man, what's wrong? Why are you doing this, bro?
I didn't create the English language, bro. That's just what it. I didn't make the rules.
How you know, bro?
Because I went to school.
Armchair.
Always you look for heroes. Always the people look up to see something that represents them, that is larger than they are, and if it's perfect, that they might become. As a young boy, when I was taken to my first game at Yankee Stadium, my God, Yankee Stadium, talk about awesome sights. To see Joe DiMaggio, to whom you could relate without knowing anything about San Francisco or anything else about him, but he was a baseball player. He didn't seem to have any other credential but his ability, and that was sufficient to make him a great hero and a great success, and therefore a great inspiration.
Welcome back. We'll have Red Sox Yankees for you tonight at 6:08. Depending on how that game plays out in Chicago, we may be able to bring you the last inning or so of that. We're just going to kind of monitor it, but we are bringing you Yankees Red Sox tonight, 6:08 Eastern. Is the first pitch there. Will Vest is on to try to hold the line here. The Tigers lead it 2-1. Cleveland is at the plate. We've got a runner at second for Cleveland. There are 2 outs. And there's a delay here. Time being called by the umpires. It will be Bo Naylor. I thought they may go to him at some point. I didn't know if they would wait till the 9th inning, but Naylor is going to pinch it for Martinez as the umpires try to. Not sure why they're doing this in the middle of the inning, but here we go. Home plate umpire Livensparger getting a new mask, as they have some of the devices that they use, the StatCast and whatnot, on the umpire's mask, so there must have been something wrong with his. So runner at second, 2 outs to reset you. Bo Naylor is now at the plate. Jose Ramirez is on deck. Will Vest is on to try to close this game out. He's going to be asked to get 4 outs. There's Joe Ram on deck, and then you got Rodriguez and Manzardo if they keep the line moving. What Cleveland's worried about right now is trying to get that tying run home at second. First pitch on the way. Swing, chops it down the first base line. Foul. It's 0-1. It's kind of funny. I just realized this. The third base umpire, or sorry, excuse me, the first base umpire, that's what I should say, Adam Beck, and the left field line, Stu Sherwater, they're standing like 3 feet away from each other. One of them should be deep in the corner, and the other one should be closer to first, but the two of them could basically share a sandwich. They're standing so close together. That's not the design they have intended. We had Adam Beck in the last series that we did. Remember how bad he was behind the plate. My word. The 0-1, swing, rips it over to first, and that's going to end the inning. Stepping on the bag is Torkelson, and just like that, they get out of it. Tigers lead it 2-1 as we go to the top of the 9th inning here in Cleveland.
Joe Carter's walk-off home run in the World Series to Michael Jordan's game-winning shot. What's the most memorable game in sports history?
That's just fatigue, folks. He has played every play as hard as he could. They all become so big right now.
Kellen Winslow with a Hall of Fame day, 12 receptions today, but now he's down and out of the game. Eric Sievers is back in as on 3rd and 20, Fouts and Winslow connect again. This is Don Criqui with John Brody at the Orange Bowl in Miami. We're in overtime in this AFC Divisional Playoff game. The Miami Dolphins led only once. They were up 38-31 and they were driving in position for what would have been a lock-up field goal in regulation. We played 13 minutes of overtime football. 38-38. Ed Luther holds. It is up and the game is over. The San Diego Chargers win with almost 14 minutes of overtime played. A 29-yard field goal by Rolf Benerschka. And the Chargers move on to the AFC Championship game.
Coke in a can is nowhere near as good as Coke in a baggie.
Set by Gossage, a high drive and deep to right field. It is gone. 3-run home run by George Brett into the 3rd tier of Yankee Stadium. And Brett has taken the Royals and put them in front here in the 7th inning. The Royals now lead it 4-2. And a stunned crowd here at Yankee Stadium in New York.
George hit it up there, and we're going, that's our guy.
He has a flair for the dramatic, and he has come through again.
If you look back at the tape, this didn't happen back in that time. We came at home plate. It wasn't a walk-off. The game was not over yet, but a bunch of us met him at home plate, which you don't see that. That's how big that home run was.
What more can be said about that man?
That was it. I mean, it was like, man, the monkey's off our shoulder, but it's more like an elephant on his shoulders.
Called strike 3, and Kansas City wins the pennant.
Welcome back. 2-1 your score. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Cade Smith coming on to try to keep it right where it's at. By the way, it is 0-0 in Chicago, Padres and Cubs. Depending on how it plays out, we're going to try to bring you the final inning or so of that game. We're going to take a break and then come back for the Boston Yankees series. The first pitch on the way is inside, hits him in the ribs. And that's not how you want to start the inning. Torkelson will head on down to first. Cade Smith puts yet another run possibly at first base with nobody out. Red Sox Yankees play at 6:08. If it lines up where we can bring you the final innings or so there, we're going to jump back on just before the Yankees Red Sox game. But we have several stations that are carrying Yankees Red Sox, so it's going to play into that. That's going to be a dandy tonight. Crochet versus Max Fried, the 1-0. Misses outside wide, ball 2-2. The 2-0 count. Runner at first, 1 out. Brings it, 84, right there at the knees. Good splitter, 2-1. Same two teams back at it tomorrow. Detroit and Cleveland. So we're going to try to bring you a portion of that game as well around the 3 o'clock hour. Pitch on the way, down and in. 3-1. 3-1 count. Cade Smith brings it. Swing! Fouls it out of play. Full count now. Standing on deck is Perez. Dingler in the hole. Can't say that without laughing. McKinstry, if the line keeps moving. The payoff pitch. Swing, fouls it back. 96 miles an hour. Do it again. Payoff pitch, down and in, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Get another mound visit. Cleveland pitching coach Carl Willis heading out there to talk to Smith, trying to just kind of calm him down. Cade Smith's been really good this year. For those of y'all who may not have followed this Cleveland baseball team. You got to figure the youngsters getting some butterflies. Through 75 pitches in 24, 73 in 2025. The 277 ERA in September and 245 in August. He's been pitching well. First pitch on the way, swung on, chopped over towards the mound. It's going to be a easy, breezy sacrifice bunt for the Tigers as they run first and second down to second and third. The 1-3 putout is successful, but one away and runners now at second and third. We'll pull the screen back so you can see any action on the plate as the infield has to come in now. And the first pitch on the way is up top, 96 inside. 1-0. Dingler the batter. Yeah, McKinstry on deck. Remember, he dropped a sack bunt squeeze play his last time up to 1-0. This is high ball 2-0. So if you end up walking Dingler, pitching around him to load the bases to put the force play everywhere, you got to keep that in mind, is that he could drop the bunt on you. The 2-0 right there, 96 up top, 2-1. What Smith is really gunning for is a strikeout, but he'll take a pop out. Anything to keep the runners right where they're at. Infield in and back into the left once again. The second baseman is the four-seam fastball, swing and a miss. 2-2. He is standing almost directly behind the pitcher. He needs to slide off his shoulder a little bit, give him a fighting chance of getting something. Does slide a little bit there. The 2-2 swing, lifts it over to second base, and making the diving catch is Rocchio, sticking out the glove before it hits the ground. It'll be an L for your scorecard. Circle that play right there. That was huge. Broken bat, and Rocchio had to dive to make the catch. If he lets it hit the ground, the runner at third could come home. So a great play by Rocchio. Now the infield can move back. They'll go back into the left, and Zach McKinstry is due up. He struck out, flew out, but then dropped the squeeze play and has an RBI in the game, scoring Riley Green his last time up. Shadows starting to creep across home plate. Righty-lefty matchup. The first pitch on the way. 97p at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing. Fouls it back. 97 miles an hour. 0-2. Bringing it there. That's the hardest pitch he's thrown this inning. So an 0-2 count. Cleveland faithful coming to attention, waving the hankies, trying to keep it a one-run game. The pitch, swing, slaps it down the left field line and out of play. We'll do it again. Heart of the order due up for the Guardians in the bottom of the ninth, but Cade Smith's got to keep it right there. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. Game right now is at the plate. The 0-2, swing, pops it up, back out of play. We'll do it again. The 19th pitch of the inning for Smith, trying to rear back, bring one more strike. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Went around on the curveball in the dirt, and that'll end the inning. We'll be back in a flash. Cleveland grabs the bats when we return.
It is interesting to me that if someone is walking slow in front of me, I'm like, oh, this person's the most annoying person in the world. And if someone is walking beside me at the same pace, I also think they're annoying. And if someone were to pass by me on my left because they're walking fast than me, I'd be like, whoa, slow it down a bit, big guy. So there's really no option for someone to walk near me. Maybe I'm just an irritable.
December 13th, 1545, the Council of Trent, one of the Catholic Church's most significant ecumenical councils, convened in Trento, Italy. Called by Pope Paul III during a chaotic time for the Church due to the Protestant Reformation, the council aimed to address internal corruption, clarify Catholic doctrine, and counter Protestant criticisms. Over 3 main gatherings spanning 1545 to 1563, the council tackled major issues including the authority of Scripture and tradition, the nature of original sin, the necessity of good works alongside faith, and the 7 sacraments. Reforms included the standardization of the Mass leading to the Tridentine Rite, stricter clergy discipline, and the establishment of seminaries for priestly education. The council concluded on December 4th, 1563 under Pope Pius IV, reaffirming Catholic doctrines and issuing reforms that revitalized the Church. Today, the Council of Trent is significant for shaping modern Catholicism and strengthening the Church during the Counter-Reformation.
George Brett, here's a hero of tonight's game along with a whole bunch of other people. George, I know it's been a long time, the 4th time the magic number.
What made it so special, it was because we lost to the Yankees in 76, 77, 78.
Losing those 3 and then coming back and winning this one. Nobody picked us to win our division. Nobody picked us to beat the Yankees. We surprised everybody again. What a year.
For us to beat them, it was something really, really special. The town went crazy. So it was a big moment for Kansas City, and obviously a big moment for me. It's one that I'll never forget.
Welcome back. Braves Country Radio, your home for Major League Baseball postseason action all October long. Cleveland down to their last set of outs, trailing by only 1 run. 1 swing. They got the right man at the plate. Jose Ramirez standing in to face Will Vest. Righty-lefty matchup. The first pitch. Right there, drops a slider down Main Street. It's 0-1. I think Jose would like to have that one back. The 0-1, 90 outside, change up. 1-1. The 1-1 swing. That ball's back up the middle. Diving stab by the shortstop. And the ball gets away. The throw over to first gets away. Jose Ramirez is rounding second. He's heading for third, and he will stay at third. And what a way to start the 9th inning for the Cleveland Guardians. Wow, baby. Here we go. Baez leaped to his feet after making a great diving stab, or actually from his knees, through a 1-hopper. Honestly, Torkelson's got to make that play. Might have had a little bit too much mustard on, but it was a 1-hopper, and maybe you just get a little spoiled watching Matt Olson day to day today, but you got to figure Torkelson has got to come with that ball. He's at least got to knock it down. It kicked off the glove, went into right field in foul territory. By the time they corralled it, Jose Ramirez, who was busting it, was down at third. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Coming out of his shoes is Valera, who's on to pinch hit for Rodriguez. It's 0-1. You don't have to hit one out. You just got to get it to the outfield. George Valera, righty-lefty. 88 misses outside wide. 1-1. 1-1 count. Infield is in. And back into the right. 1-1 swing and a miss, 1-2. I mean, he's coming out of his shoes on every one of these swings. They may have picked the wrong guy to pinch hit here. Got to be a little more relaxed and just go out there and make good contact. If you can get the ball any depth into the outfield, Ramirez is going to score. Best steps off the mound for a second. The infield once again, almost on the grass and to the right. The 1-2 pops it back foul. Do it again. Game 1 of the Wild Card Series. Game 2 tomorrow. 1:08 Eastern once again. The 1-2. Inside 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Nobody out, runner at third. They've already used Bo Naylor as a pinch hitter. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Really bad at bat by Valera, 1 away. Cleveland doesn't have much for depth on the bench, but I mean, I would have really seriously thought about Schneemann. I mean, a little strange that they went to Valera, but there you have it. First pitch on the way is a slider right there on the top of the zone to Manzardo. It's 0-1. Once again, infield in and back into the right. You just punch it to the left side, you're going to score. The 0-1 fouls it back, 96 miles an hour. Four-seam fastball 1-2. The infield in and to the right, and they're holding the runner at third. There is an enormous hole down that third base side. But now you're down to 2 strikes, so you can't really punch anything. As the 0-2 swing, chopper back to the mound. Here comes the throw. And Ramirez is in dead man's land, and he will be out. And so they tag the runner at third, runner at first, and now there's 2 outs. Bad base running by Jose Ramirez. And the Guardians are down to their last out. I don't know what he was thinking on that. I mean, the pitch... The batted ball came right back to the pitcher. You got to stay where you're at. And if you're going to get caught in a rundown, you got to make sure that the runner makes his way down to second base in a scoring position. Instead, 1 on, 2 outs. They will pinch hit for Arias and bring Kafis. Schneemann's going to pinch run for Manzardo. First pitch on the way, pops it up. Man, you talk about spit in the bit. That was an awful display by Cleveland. F6 in your scorecard, and Detroit, after handing them a runner at third base with nobody out on the throwing error by Javi Baez, 3 really bad at-bats ends the game. 2-1 your score, 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for Detroit, 1 run, 4 hits, 2 errors for Cleveland. And the Tigers are one win away from punching their ticket to the next round. They'll be back at it tomorrow. We'll try to catch the tail end of it. We'll put a scorecard up for it by the end of the night. Detroit wins it 2-1. It's do or die for Cleveland. We'll see you for Red Sox versus Yankees at 6:08 right here on Braves Country Radio. If it lines up, we're going to bring you the end of the Padres-Cubs game, but it depends on how long that game takes.
Goodbye, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart, goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.